Starting your read at 3, 4, 9 a.m. First card's out, heartbreak, present energy. The advice is the Magician. What's coming through with this Magician energy is that something that appears bad can be seen as good depending on what lens you're looking through, depending on what you're looking for. It feels like you're being asked to not dismiss the pain of a situation, the pain of an ending, but to focus on what good has come out of this. How has this left you standing? It feels like something that's left your life, whether it's the end of a relationship or an end of just an end of something that you've been used to. That there's power in this new beginning, in the unknown, having the choice to go any direction. Freedom of a new beginning, a new start. It's like you can look at a blank canvas and see it as empty, see it as an effort, work to be done, a job to be done, something to be created. Or you can look at it as limitless expression. It's like you're starting off on a blank canvas. Something's fresh, something's new. The past has been cleared. Things are balancing out in the physical. It does feel like having to accept that things have come to an end physically. Maybe you've had to move because of an end of a relationship or something's just changing. 352. It's like not knowing what's coming next, not knowing where things are going to lead. Something that you was entertaining, someone you was with, or something you was doing. Whatever this is has caused heartbreak. It's like it wasn't going to work for the long term. There was either something that you was dismissing, like a clash in value. Something was inevitably going to end. It was going down a dark road, even if it didn't appear like that in the present moment. Maybe something you couldn't see coming. Where this person or this situation was heading you emotionally wasn't where you desired to be emotionally. It feels like you're starting to see now how similar tendencies or emotions drew this person in. It feels like whatever, for the majority, it does feel like a relationship that's ended. Whether it's business, romance, and again, it's coming through strongly like romance. It's a general reading. Whatever this relationship is, this ending is, that caused some kind of heartbreak. It feels like you're able to see what part of you attracted this in. Why it was so appealing to you at the time. Starting to understand what looked good or what seemed good, what seemed comfortable, wasn't necessarily comfortable. The turtle, Mother Earth. Connect to the elements, know you're supported through this, through these painful emotions. Rest, ground. Give it up to Mother Earth. She's there to support you through this. Nourish yourself, fill your cup. It's not a case of thinking positive and brushing something off, suppressing something. Logically telling yourself, oh, well, this has happened for a good reason, so I can forget about it. It's like these feelings are there to be felt, to be transmuted, to anchor something in. It feels like a pattern that has haunted you for a long time. Something that kept repeating, a cycle, a relationship, a situation. It feels like attracting similar energies. This is closed out, but it feels like a big ending, a big finale, a huge change, something that happened that really left you with no option but to face this within yourself. It was necessary so you could create what it is you truly want, so you could finally put this weight down once and for all. 3:55 a.m, 10 of Wands. This is something you maybe always knew. It's like looking back, what was your intention getting involved with a certain person? Where was you at emotionally? What did you look for in them? What did you need from them? Maybe it was something like you saw something in them that you admired for yourself. Or maybe it's that you needed some kind of safety, some kind of security, or even if it was a false sense of security, some kind of comfort blanket. Maybe that empath narcissist comfort blanket. It's going to be different for everyone. It feels like something's come to an end, something's closed out. 10 of Swords. It feels like it could have left you stunned, like a kick in the teeth kind of energy. How you see yourself, fully aware that you're mastering some serious emotions here. It feels like you're very aware that this is necessary for where you're moving forward when it comes to your purpose, that there's a bigger reason, a bigger picture. It's like just because on a soul level everything's blessed, be kind to yourself. Don't dismiss your humanness. Because it's like sometimes we can rise above things so far that we miss the medicine that's down below. Even how sometimes there's that narrative to avoid lower vibrations. It's like there's medicine in that. Resist anything, resist everything. What's authentic to you right now, go there. It's like observe, don't absorb. Don't become the pain. But don't dismiss it. It's there for you to help you move on to this next chapter, to help you create something beautiful. Ace of Pentacles. External influences. Standing strong alone. A hope to heal the heart. Queen of Cups. Judgment. Clarify. The Wheel of Fortune. There's a change in the way you're working. Your focus needed to be called back to you. So with this Eight of Pentacles, it can be like an energy of progression, moving forward, hard work, hands-on kind of energy, getting physical with things. This is coming through. I'm seeing the image from the other deck. It's like focus. He's focusing on one pentacle, just focusing on the task at hand. Mind over matter. Like not looking at what's already been done or what already has been built, but continuing to work on something, to nurture something. It feels like you're getting into that place of tunnel vision. That whatever this thing was, this heartbreak, it could have really left you feeling like you weren't going to make it kind of energy. The Empress. It's like you had no choice but to rest. It's like when we avoid that, how certain things, sometimes it can manifest as illness, situations, grief, something that takes you out of yourself. You're left with no option but to let go. It feels like this was so painful that it was like a want, a desire for this unconscious pattern to be dealt with once and for all. 111, the star. It's time to bloom. End of codependency. It feels like it's been really hard for you to see something the way that it is. And it's like that shadow energy, shadow work, looking at yourself. Taking responsibility for yourself completely. Feels like facing hard truths. But learning how to do that in a place of love, 4 a.m., in a place of kindness, 111. Shifting your perspective on the past. Seeing that the things that you thought were true were actually true. You always knew something. You could have been dismissed or made to feel like you were crazy or feel like you were paranoid in some way in certain situations. It feels like you've seen the truth, that you were always right. If someone was making you doubt yourself, it feels like this self-doubt has been eliminated forever because of the intensity of the situation, the intensity of this ending. It's like it's secured, it's prevented you from going back to experience this cycle again, even if it's a different person in the same form. There's no room for it because of how strong you're standing in your truth at this time. Things are changing when it comes to finances. So much money coming in. King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Let them have it. Coming out of dissatisfaction. Some of you feel like you're about to give everything up and go down a different route. It's like chucking it all in. It's going to be different for all of you. The bridge. It's like bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be. You are the bridge. There's nowhere to go. You can run around seeking some kind of joy. And you'll come, like, you could be gone for years. You come back home and you realise it was where you left. Like where you left it. You have everything you need. Take the right road, not the easy road. Are you giving up and like are you changing direction because you genuinely feel called to do something different, because your heart's pining for something different, because you can't let it go? Or are you changing direction because of fear of failure or fear of success, whatever it is, because of fear? It's like if you don't see it through, no one can say you failed. Whether it's a relationship, a business, both, whether it's some kind of, whatever it is. It's like the answer is to commit. It's a marathon, not a sprint. 10 of Pentacles. There's more to be done here. It's like get used to it, enjoy it. Enjoy the ups and downs. There's blessings in both. It's like looking back over life. You're going to cherish not just the good times, but there's going to be some challenging times that are going to be I want to say sentimental, but I don't know what the right word is. Special to you in some way. 4-4. It's like if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Some of you could be waiting for like a handout or a fast track or some kind of, but there's a way that you desire something, some way that you want to experience it, that you'll feel like you've cheated yourself if you was to take a different route, if you was to get something in a different way, in maybe a quicker way. It's almost like what you're asking Spirit to do, or what you're trying to do, what you're asking for some way for something to go. You'd actually be mad if it went that way, because you're not trying to get something done as much as maybe you feel like you need to get something done. That's not the goal. in this situation, it's like be mindful of your intention. There's always something else to do. Spend time with family or helping others. Avoid situations that can be a drain on your emotions. Moon in Cancer. You could be seeing 6-9 a lot. Didn't even think about the relation of the 6-9 with the Cancer, but just see it on the clock and then something come through about twin flame. But I don't know what that's about. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life, the mountains on the TV. Some grassy mountain. Yangwood dragon. Year of the Yangwood dragon. Maybe check that for yourself. It's going to be a good idea to ground as much as you can. If you're feeling out of sorts, especially as soon as you rise. If you've got access to, or anywhere like you can put your bare feet on the earth, connect to the earth. Ideally, as soon as you rise, before you even do anything, see anything, hear anything, look at a phone, look at a screen. Just like roll out of bed and run outside and get in the earth. Feels like catch yourself at the first point of the day. Something about running at optimum level. A romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavour, honourable, devoted, mature and warm-hearted. Three of Swords again, Three of Winter. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. It feels like you could have been spending a lot of time connecting to spirit, connecting to past loved ones, connecting to your guides, whatever energy you resonate with. The bear here is like hibernation. Healing behind closed doors. Maybe in terms of behind the doors of your, like maybe it's not even something that's happening, it's something happening within. Being nourished by source. If things aren't moving quick, it's like things may have been slowed down on your behalf. It's like giving you a minute to breathe. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of addiction or codependency. The Crow, number 24, and the Armadillo, setting boundaries, 28. And 28 on the clock, 28, 28. Maybe check that for yourself. So take action to align yourself with the kind of abundance you want to experience. The little magic mushrooms just come on. Remember, you're just a mushroom. Okay, so the Crow did come out in reverse, so I'm gonna go with that. Page 135. So you're an outlaw today, eh? This is one of the varied messages of Crow reversed. The rebel in you has given a yell and all hell is about to break loose. A word to the wise at this point. Make sure that if you are stepping on toes, you have some backup. The catalyst for a barroom brawl is usually the person with two black eyes. That is what it means to eat crow. If you do not plan to go to such extremes, Crow reverse may indicate that you are merely cheating a little on your diet or covertly watching the neighbours have a spat or thinking Promises are made to be broken. In any of these situations, the only loser is you. If you are lying to yourself on any level, you have lost the power of Crow. Think about it and maybe your inner truth will come to you. In seeing what is true, you may need to weed out past beliefs or ideas to bring yourself into the present moment. Contrary Crow speaks of needing to remember that divine law is not judgment or denial of self-truths. Divine law is honor in harmony that comes from a peaceful mind, an open heart, a true tongue, a light step, a forgiving nature, and a love of all living creatures. Honor the past as your teacher, honor the present as your creation, and honor the future as your inspiration. The TV is just restarting by itself. It may be time to restart. Restart, recharge. Come back again clear-minded. Refusing to honor the shifts in your reality can cause emotional pain. An implosion of energy is apparent when rebellion surfaces. Maybe check Cappy's read, something similar. Contrary Crow speaks of broken law. The law of expansion is broken by suppression. This may apply to a situation, an old habit, a person you have given your authority to, or your own fears. It is always your own creation, so call on Crow and shift that creation to your new reality. The horses just came on power. And the Armadillo 28. Boundaries. The key is in allowing Armadillo to help you to stop hiding and to use Armadillo's armor to deflect negative energies. In this way, you are able to accept or reject any feeling, action or energy flow without having to hide from it. The underside of Armadillo is soft, but its armor will protect this softness if the boundaries are in place. Hiding from your true feelings and fearing failure or rejection will amplify your need to cast iron protection. You have the power to rid yourself of these doubts and to touch the deepest part of beingness. You will know you are doing the right thing, whether it is communicating or painting or surfing. The creation belongs to you. The only real rejection is in not trying to break out of the armor you have used to protect yourself. Is the armor now becoming a jail and your fears the jailer? The Golden Fields. Something that maybe you once done as a way to keep safe, maybe in survival mode, maybe because of things that have happened, maybe doing certain things, going to certain places, not going to certain places. It's like, how is this restricting you? Setting your boundaries so high, putting your walls so high, not letting anyone in. Is it a case of protecting yourself from a broken heart? Or is it a case of you shutting your own heart off and preventing you from having some kind of happiness, having joy? Something that maybe you did as a state of protection, or something that was protecting you in a positive way could now be hindering you, even if it's a perspective, an idea. It's like keeping your guard up. Is it keeping you happy? We're not here to preserve, we're here to thrive, to experience, to fall, to crash, to bloom, to grow. Not to sit in preservation until the end. This is something I have to tell myself, because I really would just sit in a jar. Page 101, the Raven, just guided to open this. Magic. Magic is in the air. Do not try to figure it out. You cannot. It's the power of the unknown at work, and something special is about to happen. The deeper mystery, however, is how you will respond to the sparkling synchronicity of this alchemical moment. Will you recognize it and use it to further enhance your growth? Can you accept it as a gift from the Great Spirit, or will you limit the power of the great mystery by explaining it away? Remember, this magic moment came from the void of darkness, and the challenge is to bring it to light. In doing so, you will have honored the magician within. Some of you could be feeling called to study certain things that you don't feel like you have any interest in. You don't see how it even fits in. It's not part of the puzzle. It doesn't make sense. It's like, go and do it anyway. The longer you put this off, it feels like when you finally go and research this thing, you could kick yourself that you didn't do it when you felt guided to do it. It's like, even if you don't know why it makes sense to do this. Some of you, it might not be researching, because some of you, it is like that library energy. But maybe it's feeling guided to watch certain things that are really not your cup of tea, things that you wouldn't ever watch. It's like there could be messages, there could be signs in this. A message is trying to be put across to you. This happened with me. I was guided to watch so many different cartoons, films, things that I really wouldn't watch. Some things I would, but even in the moment, it's like, oh, I'm not in the mood to watch this right now. I'll do anything but this one thing that I'm meant to be watching, that I feel guided to watch. This is only going to make it worse. Like the mind just telling you all these kind of things. It's like, breathe through that resistance and press play. Breathe through that resistance and pick up the book. The pyramids, 19 minutes past 4. Number 25, Nathea. He possesses serenity, moderation, balance, self-control and patience, all of which help him to achieve emotional and material stability. Benevolent, even towards his enemies. He leads a life of happiness and pleasure. Generally self-taught, he is well informed on all subjects. Great paranormal powers are within his scope, and the desire to master the esoteric sciences. He knows how to turn to prayer for help with problems and attract revelations that will influence the behavior of others. Page number 25, number 25, maybe check that for yourself. You could be seeing 22 a lot. Master builder number. The beaver wanting just to show up here as I was reading that. And the wolf, teacher. It feels like you don't need to go the usual route that you maybe think you need to go to learn something. Open yourself up to it. Be receptive. Be open. Say out loud that you're ready to receive some kind of information that you want to know. Be interested. Be excited. Things will come to you. Because in terms of, maybe you think you need to study for 10 years in a classroom to understand something. But it's like spirit guides you to go to this place, to watch this one program, to find some kind of answer in that leads to a book, that leads to a trip, that leads to meeting a man on a hill that says one thing that you needed to know, that saves you 9 years of research because there's something else that needs to be done here. There's a better way. Is it ego? Do you need that document? Do you need the certification? Do you need the funny hat? Or is it you are in this for the right reasons? Is it about getting some validation, some kind of acknowledgement for your efforts because you're about to pass tests that there's no paperwork to document? 422, top of the mountain, hello, badger, aggressiveness, it's go time. It does feel like a huge ego death. But it's like there's so much magic coming with this if you can let go. I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon. Sending so much love.